A Rainy Day is okay, but not a lot happens in this. This is an MGM cartoon from 1940. It's directed by Hugh Harman, written by Jack Cosgriff, Jeanne and Charles McGirl, with a voice cast including Rudolf Ising, Martha Wentworth, and Frank Elmquist. And this is about the three bears. And Mama Bear has asked Papa Bear to go and fix the roof. And he does this, and then it begins to rain. And the rain gets heavier and the weather gets stormier. And the cartoon is all about him trying to cope with the weather conditions while up on the roof. And honestly, that sounds about as dull as it actually is. To begin with, it was interesting, and I love how the rain is animated. Visually, it's quite beautiful. But it kind of stopped being interesting after about 30 seconds of rain until the very end. I found the very end. I won't say what happens, but I found it to be pretty decent by the end. I actually really liked ultimately what happened with Papa Bear. But I also found him to be a really unlikable character. And I think that's part of the reason why I didn't completely love this, because A, not a lot happens, and B, Papa Bear just isn't very likable. So I wasn't exactly concerned that he was doing all of this in these horrible weather conditions, because I didn't really like him. I haven't read any reviews, so I don't know if I'm alone in that opinion. Maybe other people love the character, and if they do, that's absolutely fine, of course. But for me, I just didn't really take to him, and after a little while, the antics on the rooftop just became a little bit repetitive. We do cut occasionally to the other bears, to Mama Bear and the little bear cub, and that's fine, but that's definitely filler. What they're doing is not interesting. It is meant to be a contrast, because while Papa Bear is getting increasingly frustrated at this increasingly wet weather, Mama Bear is happy and humming and singing to herself, and she's very satisfied with everything and very, very jolly, whereas Papa Bear is the exact opposite. So I guess cutting back to her did serve a slightly bigger purpose than just filler, but at the same time I feel like maybe she could have been doing something a little bit more interesting to make those scenes more fascinating. But nevertheless, it's okay. I didn't mind it. It's not a bad cartoon. The animation itself is pretty decent. The events of the cartoon after about 2 or 3 minutes kind of become a little bit boring. But as I said, they do pick back up again at the end. So if it sounds like it would appeal to you, I would recommend it. But based largely on the fact that I didn't really like Papa Bear and the actual events in the cartoon weren't that interesting, I can't imagine I'd watch A Rainy Day with the Bear family a second time.